Okay, let's watch what's going on in this trailer. Series, this is a James Bond 007 First Light trailer by the makers of Hitman 3, 1, 2, 3, and all the games for the last 25 years, something like that. 27 years, since 1999, if I'm not wrong. So let's see what's going on in this new game by them. I seriously would have taken a new Hitman game with more facial features, more dialogue over James Bond. I don't like James Bond. I like Hitman, my Hitman, the bald guy. Seriously.
So, take a deep breath, listen up, and you may learn how to get the job done and return to HQ in one piece.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
The first rule is to know how to blend in,
Okay.
keeping a low profile while navigating.
This literally looks like the first mission in Hitman 1, the Paris mission. Graphics are slightly updated. Maybe there's a ray tracing going on or whatever. Graphics a bit better, which should be after so many years, right? That game came out in 2018 or something, so now it's been like what, 8 years?
Crowd will help you find different paths to your objective.
Okay, we could shimmy in the previous game too, so nothing new here.
Ken Banks, penetration tester.
Pay attention to the surroundings, eavesdrop on conversation, and
Okay, this used to happen before too. Now there's an animation like he's busy doing something instead of just standing still, because Hitman was always a clunky game because it's more mechanical, so movements are precise. So in this one, this is more cinematic.
talk your way in with the help of unexpected allies.
Relax.
Okay, so there's more animation going on. Hitman just stays still. He's often, I think, not even breathing that much, but here you can see it's happening. I would have literally liked staring at the bald Hitman's head and the neck with the barcode on it. I don't like this jacket.
Fellas, he's with me.
Once trespassing, slip past your opponents unnoticed, or use takedowns to
Okay, none of this is different than the Hitman game, so it's just a Hitman game with 007 in it and cinematics, to be honest. Let's see if there's anything new.
violently get rid of them. When confronting a whole group of enemies, you may choose a gentler.
Okay, this is instead of using a fiber wire or banana, fish, and 100 other objects, now he's just doing the same generic animation that every other game has since Far Cry, like whatnot. Just X to grab somebody's neck and that's it, and dispatch them. What about throwing a banana?
Approach.
And hut. Rob Minkley, Crux Magazine.
Bluffing is an art that will serve you well, whether getting caught red-handed
Over here. Looks like a trust fall gone wrong.
or to simply pass through a room under enemies' noses.
Oi, you lads got a faulty coffee machine?
Bluffing consumes instinct and won't be available if a more experienced enemy is nearby.
Okay, just an instinct back from Hitman. What was that called? The Hitman where we had instinct. In 2013 or whatever it came out, 2012 or 13. So it's that instinct system. Okay, I don't see anything new, not innovative. What would happen, because it's not a Hitman game, talking our way out would present us with options. There would be 4 dialogues, and 2 or 3 of them would be wrong, or 1 would be correct, or let's say 2 are correct, 2 are wrong, or 5 options. So you would bluff your way out, which would make sense, like how quick you are. Do you go to a new environment, you notice something, and they ask you, what are you doing here? You say, hey, I work here, or I work with the accounts, or I work with the bodyguards. So seeing the situation, right? Like if it's a hospital, you say, okay, I'm a surgeon, or I'm a surgeon's brother, or anything, something like you would see a picture of a surgeon in the background, right? So how quick you are to craft an excuse. So that would involve checking out the environment. So what I'm saying is that there's nothing new here. This is so lazy. I can't believe this. Instinct in Hitman, before you would just hold on a button, it would eat the instinct meter, and here's the same thing. So I literally see nothing except that he just speaks more words. And the older Hitman game, he would just bend down his head and continue walking.
In this scenario, you won't get far without the appropriate gear. Therefore, the second rule.
So nothing. So literally so disappointing. So what is Instinct doing here? Nothing. You're not really safe. You just try to talk your way out. Like there's more talking, which is like so annoying as well, because Hitman games or stealth games, usually the people who enjoy stealth games are usually those who like to play in peace, alone by themselves, and they don't have a buddy with them talking Last of Us style, commenting on their every move. So you like to plan your way, your mission in peace. So what is going on now? Hitman, or this he is Hitman, okay? He's Hitman's son. So Hitman's son is just gonna keep talking. That's what he's gonna do now. Just gonna be annoying talking a British accent. Okay, okay, mate. I'm just work here. I work here, so let me go because they speak the British accent. Well, any American would be kicked out in a minute.
Is to always come prepared.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
MI6 will keep its doors open for you between missions,
The
giving
cocky.
you the chance to catch up with familiar faces, gather intel, and prepare for your next move.
So, your name is Moneypenny.
Now let's not get carried away, James.
Oh, let's not get carried away. Zero zero. What is that? What happened to my 47, Agent 47? Nothing has changed. The way they address, they must have used the same even voice actors and whatnot, except for this bloke here, James Bond, literally. Well, I'm not happy to see this game, really. It's just gonna ruin the gameplay that's there and just gonna add many cutscenes, cinematics, and dumb down gameplay, like, the executions instead of, I don't even know if you can change costumes in this game. Can you like dress up as other people? They have not shown it here, but I think I've seen it in the first trailer.
QLab on the lower level will
Let's
give
see.
you access to a wide range of gadgets.
I like it. Don't change a thing.
Each tool is designed to go unnoticed on the
Okay, so here, well, we have had that phone, camera, silencer, guns. So I mean, those are earphones. Okay, they're for communication. I don't see anything new. It's a lighter,
field, but help with maximum efficiency.
Right. Follow me.
remote bomb. We've had that too.
The Q lens will highlight useful information about opportunities and hackable devices.
Oh my God, we literally had this. Just press a button and you can see around yourself. Just do it. Instinct view, whatever.
Your Q watch should be able to activate these to divert attention, deactivate cameras.
Okay, so this is now Watch Dogs one. Yes, so we can hack just remotely and just. Okay, I don't know. I think it's making the game too easy.
Or get rid of unsuspicious enemies in creative ways. The dot phone can quietly move enemies.
Oh my God, there's so much clutter in the HUD. The Hitman games were pretty neat, That was the charm. You go to an environment, you take all your time, no need to hurry up, and here just sit behind a corner and press some button, make things happen, just then walk through them.
Out of the way. The Smoke Pod, a timeless classic.
Oh,
with
yeah?
lock visibility at short range.
Ooh.
The modified earbuds
Smoke bomb
will produce
from Assassin's Creed.
a flash of light to stun opponents.
Oh, this is literally what is that? Assassin's Creed's brother, Watch Dogs, modern Assassin's Creed, huh? They took inspiration from Watch Dogs.
Other gadgets will be developed in due time and will help you stay creative in all circumstances.
Who do you work for? Take
Yeah.
a shot!
Knowing how to improvise is a matter of life and death in the midst of action.
Hitman, he could always shoot, He even had in that game. Yes. So the game's name was Hitman Absolution. So in that game, you could shoot very well. You could slow down time and shoot. You could punch. You could actually counter. Countering is still there in the game. So I just don't know the purpose of this game. Like James Bond does not do that many this kind of stuff, Like he plans in a different way. He doesn't even do a lot of stealth. He's more action man. He does bureaucracy, he does politics, he deals with women as well. He uses them as well. He directly goes in, he taunts the enemy. He's in the face of big criminals, big set pieces. I'm not seeing the big set pieces here. The gameplay is just like, they're saying, okay, this is called James Bond with the gameplay of Hitman, but it doesn't have fully Hitman gameplay, nor does it have full James Bond cinematics and depth. So I'm seeing that it's a loss of both games here.
Any object at disposal could prove useful to put an enemy's ideas back in.
Okay, I like this. Again, they're using this, but again, there's no manual throw. So he just press one button X to throw something instead of... oh my God, it makes me so angry seeing bluff remaining 2. Seriously, what the hell is this? How do you build bluff then? In the Hitman Absolution game from 2013, you would build it by... doing some stuff like stealth stuff and things like that, if I recall correctly. So you have this, you have 2 lures. That's exactly like Watch Dogs. Seriously, that's a better game to play. And then he, instead of pointing an object ourselves, aiming ourselves. He just throws it. So it's like a more action game now. So that's the 007 part.
Their place.
Look, I don't mind there being a 007 game. What I don't like is, instead of getting a new Hitman game, like, since 2018, like, this the same Hitman going on. It didn't really get a real, simulation or visual improvement. It's the same game since 2018 until 2021, whatever that was, for 3 years. It's the same game to this day. I have the game, I played it, nothing has really changed. It doesn't have that many features or anything. I mean, that's the same game. It's very cool when it came out 2018. It's the same game. So technically we haven't gotten a new Hitman game since 2018, all right? And what we get from those guys, IOI, what is that? Not Eidos Montreal, but what do you call IOI? They call them whatever, man. And these guys, Eidos Montreal, that's what their logo is, IOI. So that's what they released. Where's the new Hitman game? Maybe it's in progress. Maybe they're working on the new Tomb Raider game. What's going on?
Same could be said of guardrails, electrical panels, or any.
Okay, so this is all automatic. So you're close to something, it's more like sleeping dogs. Like, just get close to something, press X and shove.
Surface hard enough to act as a weapon. Underheated.
This is fine for a. I don't even know, to be honest. The fights in James Bond movies are not. I don't think they're like that. They're more methodic, quick, and not that messy.
Circumstances. MI6 grants you a license to kill, allowing for even more possibilities to get rid of hostiles. In these situations, any weapon could be used as long as you manage to obtain it. Switch between different playstyles to catch your attackers off guard, and don't forget to return what you borrowed once out of ammo. Some enemies will be harder to defeat.
I'm seeing more. All the environments they are showcasing here are indoors, and I do not like that. I mean, with the weaponry he has at his disposal, he does not need more than a simple shotgun. Not a simple, but shotgun or a pistol. But here they're showing a machine gun. I mean, you don't need machine gun indoors. So, although I know I watched the older trailers where there's a more open environment, there's a plane chase sequence, so there was more fight, so that was okay. So, but in this trailer, what they're showcasing here is like it's too tightly knit, like a close corridor fight. To be honest, it even looks like this game by Remedy Entertainment, the Time Changing Shift, whatever, that was the Xbox game, right, in 2014.
And gadgets will help you get rid of soldiers' armors, stun tenacious leaders, and defuse grenades with the simple press of a button from your watch. Focus training will also give you an edge over your enemies.
Okay, this is the. Wait.
Focus training will also give you an edge.
This is what I was talking about, the sequence. But I think, is this the only sequence outdoors? That's why they're showing it again here, or they're hiding from us, like keeping some amazing locations from us. I would have liked more of the Aston Martin gameplay outdoors, like amazing driving, amazing, sniper stuff like the old 007 game, from 30 years ago on PS2.
Over your enemies. Dilate time and incapacitate their legs, or disarm them with the precision of a marksman. All of these skills might be trained between missions in Tax,
Okay.
the department of Dr. Selena Tan.
Welcome to my dream factory.
Welcome.
Taxim will
This is
put your
47.
skills to the test through multiple types of challenges, each with its own specific rules that will pitch your performance against those of other agents from
Just like the training missions in the Hitman games.
around the world.
Too much HUD, too many icons everywhere, indicators.
Overcoming challenges will earn you experience points, which you can spend on gadget upgrades, new firearms, and unique outfits to defeat enemies in
What?
style. And remember, at IO,
Oh no, it means you can't really change clothes mid-game. It means you can't impersonate anyone. So that's completely gone. Oh no, so you just pick up a costume and outfit and that just stays with you the entire game, I mean through the entire level? No!
interactive. The launch of a game is only the start. New content for Taxim will be created over time.
Faster, James. Faster.
So, keep an eye out for our updates, and get ready as new challenges lie ahead to put your 00 skills to the test.
Okay, there's driving.
Finally, One last unwritten rule might be that an agent is never as good as when surrounded by allies, a team ready to give its all in the field, and companions to defend. But we're pretty sure you'll figure out this part yourself when the time comes.
What was that?
See you on May 27th to join the program and discover Bond's adventures in 007 First Light.
Okay, so it seems like an okay mediocre game. The only problem is if it was not developed by IO Interactive. Yeah, IO Interactive. So then that'll be fine. But if because of this we're going to miss a Hitman game, that makes me sad. Okay, I better would have seen my Baldy guy with the very sharp, tattoo on his neck, the barcode in high fidelity 4K ultra duper 8K. Well, that's my take. Let's see what happens when the game finally comes out. So yeah.